Welcome. My name is Rick. I'm a cloud solution architect focusing on app innovation. Today I'm kicking off a multi-part series that will dive into various options that you have to work with shared mailboxes and CosmosDB from Power Automate. Yes, we do have built-in connectors that you can use to accommodate some requirements, but depending on the use case, you may find that you need to use other options. I will first start out with out-of-box connectors and what we can do with those. Then we will dive deeper using Azure Functions and building a custom connector. This is a multi-part series with the videos being 2 to 4 minutes in length, so you can consume each part as needed. Let's get right into it. The requirements and use case are as follows. We need to trigger a flow when a shared mailbox receives a bounce email notification. We need to extract the subject line and to add a document to CosmosDB, then move the email to the archive folder. We can accomplish 1 and 2 using the Outlook and CosmosDB connector, but we cannot move the message using the Outlook connector. We will explore other options for moving emails in a shared mailbox in later videos. Prerequisites for this series are, number 1, we need a shared mailbox. We need to create a CosmosDB account in Azure, and we need to create a new DB and a container in our CosmosDB. And you will also need a Power Platform account with per app or per user license, so you can use the premium connectors, i.e. CosmosDB connector, as well as premium is required in order for you to create a custom connector, in which we will be doing later in a video. This series, we will be using Power Automate, CosmosDB, Azure Functions, Azure API Management, OpenAPI, Swagger, and Microsoft 365 shared mailboxes. For part 1, we'll be focusing on creating the shared mailbox and setting up CosmosDB. Okay, so I've navigated to the admin.exchange.microsoft.com, created a shared mailbox here. And I'll just drill into it real quickly here, and we can take a look at the delegation. And we can see that I've added my test account here. So this allows me to send and receive messages from the shared mailbox. So this is the first prerequisite. Got to get this set up. Just wanted to demonstrate that this is how I set it up. Okay, so we're going to need to log into our Azure portal. And the first prerequisite is you need to go ahead and create a Cosmos DB account. For this case, I needed to set this up in order to be able to do the demo, and then I also needed to create a DB along with the container. In this case, I've already had this set up for some other work that I'm doing, so I'm just going to reuse this DB and this container for demonstration purposes. So you can see here I have patients DB and patients-containers. So this is what I'll be using to demonstrate the flow a little later. That concludes part 1 of the series. In part 2, we will create a connection to CosmosDB, and we will add the Outlook and CosmosDB connectors and create a trigger for the shared mailbox, as well as create a document in CosmosDB.